You know, in this digital world, personalization is kind of the holy grail, right? Connecting with the right customer, with the perfect message, at just the right moment. The tech to do this is more powerful than it's ever been. But at the exact same time, a global revolution in data privacy has just completely rewritten the rules of the game. So how do you unlock all that power in a world that, quite rightly, is demanding privacy? That's the challenge we're going to unpack today. Let's dive in. So first things first, let's talk about why everyone is so obsessed with this idea. The promise of personalization is, well, it's huge. And it's not just about getting more clicks, it's about building real, actual relationships with your customers.
Look, every single business asks this question. You're pouring money into campaigns, but are they actually doing anything? For so long, marketing felt like just shouting into a void and, hoping someone was listening. Personalization promised to change all of that, to turn that shout into a one-on-one conversation with every single customer.
So what are we really talking about here? At its heart, personalized marketing is just about using what you know about your customers to give them what they actually want. It's about being relevant, being helpful, and frankly, being respectful. And when you get it right, it totally transforms engagement. It drives sales and, this is the big one, it builds loyalty. And just when we thought we kinda had a handle on things, AI came along and threw the entire field into hyperdrive. We're now moving way beyond simple personalization into this whole new era of real-time adaptive marketing. Just think about the old way of doing A/B testing. You'd create two versions of an ad, right? Version A and version B. You'd run them for weeks to see which one does better, and then you'd pick a winner. But what if people's tastes change halfway through the test? Or what if version A is great for one group of people, but version B is perfect for another? Traditional testing is just too slow and too static for the world we live in now. Okay, I know this diagram looks, well, complicated, but stick with me, because the idea is actually pretty cool. The easiest way to think about it is like a super smart A/B testing robot. Over on the left, it uses AI. We're talking the same tech that powers ChatGPT to automatically come up with tons of different ad messages. Then on the right, it uses another type of AI to test all those versions in real time. It learns from every single click, figuring out which message works best for which user, and it changes its strategy on the fly.
And the big question is, does it actually work? Oh yeah, absolutely. This chart says it all. See that top purple line? That's our AI framework in action. Across thousands and thousands of ad views, it consistently got a higher click-through rate than every other method out there, from the old static A/B tests to even other advanced models. It's not just a little bit better. It's smarter, it's faster, and it's way more effective.
So we have this unbelievably powerful new technology. But, and this is a huge but, there's a catch. Because while the tech was getting smarter, the world was getting a whole lot wiser about data privacy. That whole era of just quietly collecting user data from all over the web, building these super detailed profiles without anyone's permission, yeah, that's done. It's over. A global movement has completely changed the relationship between businesses and customers, and it's all built around one word: privacy. And listen, this isn't just one law in one place. We're talking about a worldwide wave. You've got Europe's GDPR, which requires you to explicitly opt in. Then there's the California Consumer Privacy Act, or CCPA, giving people the right to opt out. And then you've got China's People IPL, which is super strict about data transfers. The bottom line is this: no matter where your business is, these laws impact you. They demand transparency, user control, and accountability. And this is so important to get. These laws aren't just bureaucratic red tape. They represent a major ethical shift. They're designed to fix a power imbalance, to move us away from what some people call surveillance capitalism and toward a system where our privacy and our dignity are actually protected. This new reality forced a massive strategic pivot. The old ways of doing things weren't just becoming less effective, they were becoming straight up illegal. So the smart businesses, they started to adapt, and fast. So the biggest change was this massive shift away from third-party data. That's the info bought from data brokers or the stuff collected by tracking you all over the internet. The new gold standard is first-party data. This is information a customer gives you directly on your own website or in your app. It's more accurate, it's more relevant, and critically, it's collected with their consent. So what does the new playbook even look like? Well, first, you have to earn data by offering real value in return. Think loyalty programs, exclusive content, stuff like that. Second, you've got to invest in the right tech. That usually means customer data platforms, or CDPs, which are built specifically to help you manage all this first-party data responsibly. And third, you have to prioritize transparency. Just be honest and clear with your customers about what data you're collecting and why you need it.
And hey, this isn't just some textbook theory. Global giants are already doing it. Unilever built its whole strategy around consent by design, making it super easy for people to control their preferences. And P&G? They went even further, focusing on what's now called zero-party data. This is info customers actively and intentionally give you, like filling out a product quiz because they want a better, more personalized experience from you.
Now, what happens if you don't adapt? $10 billion. Let that number sink in. That was Facebook's estimated revenue loss back in 2022. And it came right after Apple introduced its app tracking transparency feature, which did something really simple. It just asked people if they wanted to be tracked. And guess what? The vast majority said no, which just goes to show how much the ground is shifted under the old advertising models.
And if losing business isn't enough, there are the direct legal costs of messing up. £20 million. That was the fine slapped on British Airways under GDPR after a data breach. The message from regulators could not be clearer. If you don't protect customer data, the financial consequences are going to be severe.
So, these massive financial hits prove that the old model is broken. But this new era isn't just about avoiding fines. It's about a fundamental shift toward an economy that's built on something way more valuable: trust.
Let's really let this one sink in. The smartest companies out there now see privacy not as a hurdle to jump over, but as their single greatest competitive advantage. Because when you prove to customers that you respect them and their data, you earn something that's way more valuable than a click. You earn their trust. And with that, you earn their loyalty for the long haul.
So where is this all heading? The future of marketing is not about finding clever ways around the rules. It's being built on a solid foundation of trust, and that's supported by a few key pillars. We're talking new privacy-enhancing technologies, a total commitment to transparency, and a culture where you earn data, you don't just take it. It's all about building a community of trust.
So we're left with this one crucial question. In an era where trust is the ultimate currency, the companies that are going to win aren't the ones who know the most about their customers, but the ones who respect their customers the most. So you have to ask, is your business built for the trust economy?